Alrighty, welcome back everybody. I brought myself a nice drink. Not unlike what Baja likes to do, nice warm drink. It helps with the throat, it really does. And yes, my nice Heroes of the Storm mug. Gotta love Blizzard stuff, right? Uh-oh. Alright, so next set. Dread Pirates versus PFM. Let's go ahead and just make sure we got the right game in here. We do not. Good talk. Alright. I knew I should check it and make sure. All right. Oh, hey. Hey, that's mine. No way. Mine. All right. So, I'm loading up the game. Make sure we got our teams on the right side. We do.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, well, let's jump on in. Game number 1 here in Division A. Dread Pirates versus PFM. Let's get the right overlay going, though. Alright, on the left, we've got We've got Dread Pirates with Batmary on the Blaze, Sir Stiggles on the Azmodan. Princess is going to be playing the Tyrande, Slithering one on the Cassia, and Delurker going to be on the Johanna. Meanwhile, on the right, PFM, we've got Zurisk playing the Jaina, Derrybrow. You're moving too much, dude. Can't do it. Once those teams get moving, you just can't stop them. Area on the Deckard, Derrybrow on the Sylvanas, Zarisk on the Jaina, the Stroke on a Nubarak, and Imperius being played by Nudge. Into the mid we go. Right away, both teams throwing out the CC back and forth. Nice condemn coming in from Delurker, though. It is a 4v5. Imperius already in the bot lane. Mudge hanging out down here in the solo to start things off. Batmary will come down to meet him. Meanwhile, 4-man rotation going to primarily be, should be dominated a bit by Dread Pirates here. They have the Maiev, or no, Maiev, where was I seeing? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Could have sworn I saw a port. Maybe from Derrybrow. Different kind of port though. So yeah, like I was saying, PFM should own the rotations here if all else is equal. We've got a lot of extra CC and blow-up potential between the Anubarak, and then of course, not only the wave clear advantage with the Jaina, but the blow-up damage is really good. Dread Pirates, though, they do have quite a bit of synergy here between the Azmodan and the Johanna combo to get those stacks for Sir Stiggles. You guys will have to excuse me, there's no draft and replays, so I'm just coming up with all this on the fly, as if that wasn't already obvious. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, you see 48 stacks now for Sir Stiggles. Pretty good start here for the first couple minutes. You see Dread Pirates just a little bit ahead in XP. Not much. Actually evening out now as the clear and top goes on. Neither team blinking just yet in terms of the 4-man rotation. Derrybrow getting a little bit low, but there's lots of potions up here. Another bunch of stacks there. Slithering one taking a little bit of damage there. Gonna have to back on out. Well, Sylvanas going down here. Dread Pirates getting very aggressive in the mid. Azmodan finds the kill there onto Sylvanas. Good push forward by these Pirates. We're going to get the 20 turned in with the Lurker while still clearing out that lane. 88 on the stacks so far. Shadow Dagger build coming out for PFM. And Bat Mary going to go down here. But Zurus getting killed in response. Mudge got in there, wanted to be able to tank the shots, but can't taunt the turret. It just targets whoever the first one is there until they leave or die. And Jaina was not able to leave fast enough. So 2 for 1 on the kill count right now for Dread Pirates, but you could take one of those kills for Dread Pirates and credit it to the map. But the scoring doesn't take that into account, really. Do you get an assist if you're in the area and the minions get the killing blow? Probably. You would think, right? We are going to see the Web Weavers coming out, though, in bot lane. Turn in. Coming in for PFM, but Jaina falling. Fight raging on down here in bot as well, so it's fighting all over the place right now. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, you can see the focus from PFM as their Web Weavers start to spawn. Nice clear coming in. It's level 4 talent. Their Unstable Poison going to give a lot of extra wave clear to the side of PFM. And they're pushing in nicely with that top wave, but here comes the response from Dread Pirates. They're going to force a little bit behind. A slithering one going in deep there, trying to get Derrybow down. Can't quite find the kill. Got to watch out for a potential globe coming in from Sir Stiggles, but he's going to walk away instead and look to stack in mid, which I think is a pretty good call. 144 stacks here. On pace to hit it right around that level 10 mark when we see that Black Pool come into play. Meanwhile, 4 more gems needed for the members of Dread Pirates. Slithering one a little bit out here, but able to sidestep the stun. You do see Delurker get the turn in onto bot there. So Web Weaver is going to be coming out now for the members of Dread Pirates. Let's see what they can do with this push. I find void of kills, you're usually not able to get enough of an advantage off of the first set of Web Weavers for it to be worth it. But a lot of times the second and third Web Weavers really start to turn the match around. So I give a lot of credit to Dread Pirates for surviving that first bit. Slithering one taking a lot of damage though. Be able to back out. Get a lot of return damage here, and Derrybow gonna go down, but they get the counter kill onto Blaze in response here. Xerax stepping up, but the globe comes in and annihilates Jaina. It's a 2-for-2 exchange, and Dread Pirates are getting so much value in the side lanes from these Web Weavers. Mid fort's gonna go down. Bottom fort is about to get just hammered from this wave. Dread Pirates do back out atop, so good defense for PFM at least in that top lane. But now the Web Weavers, the Web Weaver down here doing its work. Derrybow is going to come down and be able to shut down a lot of the damage from the minions. And actually, yeah, the explosions from that minion wave going to clear up the rest of it. Very nice. So bottom fort defended. 200 stacks achieved for Sir Stiggles. Meanwhile, the Stroke finding a little bit of damage there in the mid, but level 10's coming in for both squads now. You see the charge in from Bat Mary. Ring coming out though, gonna find 3 members. Stay a while and listen, gonna also halt the exit here, but Anubarak gets killed on the turn there from Sir Stiggles. Nice bunker in response to that big AoE root there. Oh, and Deckard slowed and condemned. Mudge is going to be the only one to make it out here in the top area. Not that MF Princess is going to let him go for free, mind you. Oh, meanwhile in the bot, oh, slithering one in the middle lane, I should say, finds the kill onto Sylvanas. These guys are just all over the place right now. Another set of Web Weavers going to be coming out for Dread Pirates. They had just enough after that team fight to find a second set of Web Weavers. We're going to go ahead and pick up the bottom fort for free here. Taking a look at these heroics that are coming out now for both teams. We got Blackpool, Drop Bunker, Valkyrie, Blessed Shield, and Shadowstock for Dread Pirates. Meanwhile, over on PFM, Stay a While and Listen, along with Mind Control, along with Ring of Frost, Angelic Armaments, and the Web Wrap. Ring of Frost is going down, and we see the stuns, the Mind Control, everything going out there onto Slithering One, but nice healing coming in from MF Princess, and the Globe on the backside. Gonna be enough. Mud's gonna be able to make it out there despite the Valkyrie coming in at him, but it is a 3-for-0 exchange, and now the stun chain is real. Imperious goes down, and Dread Pirates marching here in the bottom lane. They're going to get this keep, and the only question now really is what else can they try and get here. They've got Web Weavers pushing into every lane. It's more a question of how many keeps are they going to get at this point. Top Web Weaver is about to die, but the Stoke getting so low, it's going to go down. Derry Brow going to soon follow, and Dread Pirates looking so strong here. 14-3 on the kill count. Mid-keep goes down. Big blind going out onto Mudge. Taking a ton of damage. He's going to fall. Xeris just barely lives there after the Sir Stiggles. Oh, but the Valkyrie goes out onto Deckard, and that's going to be Deckard Kane falling. Now with the wave coming in from top, that's going to be enough. Game 1 going to go over to Dread Pirates here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's give you guys a look at these talents here in game number 1. Pretty standard across the board from what I see. Seeing more of this kind of laser-focused build coming out from Asmodan's lately. A little bit of an adjustment from what I was accustomed to seeing. Shadow Dagger build coming out from Derry Bow. Getting a decent amount of stacks here early in this game, but just not quite enough kill pressure for PFM. The rings were good, but also the bunkers were good. Not to mention just Shadow Stock and spot healing from Tyrande, good enough to see Dread Pirates through a lot of those team fights to get them the team fight wins they needed. Looking at the stats, Slithering One, top damage, 6 and 6. Being low health quite a few times throughout this match, but Cassie is overall, one of the more tanky range assassins. And one talent I would bring attention to, Ring of Leech, a lot of extra healing off of those blinded targets, which of course you'll get some extra blinds from Johanna. So, doesn't get the healing stat, unfortunately, but be interested to see how much self-healing Slithering One did in those dire health situations. Alright, well that is game number 1. So let's move on into game number 2, shall we? Alright. Let's see, where are we going for game number 2? Looks like we are going to Battlefield of Eternity, and the teams have swapped sides on me, so let me go ahead and change that. All right. Because if I get it wrong one more time this season, I'm going to have to talk to the headcaster about firing me, because I've already missed it twice, and that's no good. We want the teams to be on the right side. So going into game number 2, PFM going to be on the left. We've got the Stroke playing Diablo. Derry Brow going to be on the Cassia. Mudge going to be on Rexar. Area going to be on the Stukov, and up in the sky we've got Zerisk playing the Medivh. Meanwhile, on the right, Dread Pirates, we've got Bat Mary playing the Artanis. We've got Sir Stiggles on the Falstad. Slithering One going to be playing the Vala. Delurker on Garrosh, and MF Princess going to be on the Tyrande. Meanwhile, a Gank Squad up in the top, with Bat Mary going to stay close to the wall and be safe up here. Let's give you guys a look at these talents here as we start this one off. You see that bribe talent at 1 for Falstad, so he's going to be looking to get the stacks for those mercs. We'll probably see Sir Stiggles out in lane a little bit more during these objectives than one might otherwise expect. Looking to get those bribe stacks. The Lurker looking for a toss. Does find it onto Derry Brow, but nice shield coming in from Zerisk. Gonna keep him nice and healthy. And the portal out as well, just for good measure. I don't think I called the right hero for Derry Brow. Derry Brow and Greymane. I don't remember what I did call, but whatever it was not Greymane, so I know it was wrong. Oh, man. I'm finding the limit of how many I can cast accurately, folks. I think it might be 2 sets in a row, but we'll see. Let's see if it gets any worse. The Lurker gonna toss in the Stroke, but Diablo kind of porting around a little bit of the okey doke there through these portals. Gonna be able to stay nice and healthy here. Meanwhile, the Poke just kind of going back and forth. Not a whole lot of kill pressure from either of these squads early. Both scale pretty hard into the later game, though. We'll check in on our top lane. Mudge doing just fine. Sidesteps the swap there from Bat Mary. Bat Mary a little bit low on mana. But, I don't know. It's a pretty much a full race build coming in from Dread Pirates, so got some good opportunity to be able to force the racing mechanic here. Sir Stiggle is going to rotate around to the backside. He'll bribe the big dude and leave Bad Mary to the rest. I like that. Because, of course, the dogs don't have a whole lot of health. Most of the health in this camp is on the shaman himself. Meanwhile, PFM setting up for the defense. Charge in and stun onto the Lurker. But Garrosh will be just fine. Gonna armor up a little bit off of that, really. Meanwhile, Falstad clearing up in the top lane. Prepping that one for the shaman that's coming in. But we'll see the fly down. Derry Brow getting a little bit low. You have the shield come out there from Zerisk at the last second. Charge in onto Artanis. Bat Mary going to back away from that. Stun, though, from the Immortal onto Delurker. They have quite a bit of armor built up. Sir Stiggles getting a little bit out there in the back. Derry Brow makes it out with sub 100 health. And both these teams just kind of hanging on by a thread right now. Bat Mary clears that out. in the bot. Shaman up in top is going to get cleared out by the wall. Derry Brow just going to rotate away to start on the race. Meanwhile, charging on to Garrosh. Actually pops the unstoppable, but was able to sidestep the stun either way, but Mudge jumped on there. Not quite able to click the portal to get out. The stroke does manage to deadly charge his way out of that one. But right now, it's a big lead for PFM on the counter. It's worth noting that there's a lot of race potential that comes in here for Dread Pirates, though. It's going to be close, but about 1,100 health here for PFM. They'll have just a tiny bit of a shield. They will be able to win the Immortal here. That'll change. Level 7, you really see Vala's race build come online. Not to mention that the damage increases more and more as she stacks up that level 4 talent. So, Dread Pirates burning down the Immortal here. You can see the race potential as they defend this Immortal. They just weren't really given much of an opportunity to burn that time around. There's a very nice defense coming out from PFM.
I must rest for a time.
Dread Pirates rotating down. Mudge seeing multiple members missing off the map. Not going to look to go in on the Artanis there. Love that call. And meanwhile, left alone up here in the top lane is Terry Brow. I'm going to go ahead and use some of that Greymane feature damage. And rip apart the front wall of the top fort. Great macro call by PFM. And I'm going to call those missing members and call him off. But he got the front wall down. That's more than the Immortal did, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Meanwhile, arrow build coming in handy here for Slithering One. Derry Brow does see this being grabbed. Oh, and I'm a little confused by that bribe. That was a little weird. But, you know, hey, whatever works. Fly in by Sir Stiggles, coming down to the bot. Try and maybe make this a little uneven, or maybe just get the stacks. That could be a thing, too. Meanwhile, Greymane clearing up the camp, doing what he does. Immortal's going to be spawning, and nothing stopping Dread Pirates from going directly onto the Immortal. And a little bit slow on the rotation to either race or defend is PFM. Rexar grabbing the camp in the backside here. We will see a nice spawn for the Dread Pirates. Oh, but the kill coming out onto Greymane on the rotation down there. Nice grab from Dread Pirates. As, the aggressive posturing can also work to their advantage, and they get to the camp right before the despawn. We're going to have that pushing in the top while the Immortal pushes in bot. Level 10's also now coming in for Dread Pirates, so this is going to be a massive power spike for Dread Pirates.
The demon moves to the gates of heaven.
We're going to see the little over half shield Immortal here, pushing in on the front wall. And PFM's got to play this pretty well. They don't have level 10. One misstep here could see more than Misha dead. And if they lose a member or two here, this could turn quickly from a, you know, for sure fort and front wall damage to possibly even keep damage, or the keep. It's a nice defensive posturing so far. Bat Mary looking for a swap here, looks like. Oh, now I'm gonna think better of it. That's actually surprisingly passive from Dread Pirates. They didn't want to risk it. They don't have a particularly strong team fighting comp. And it's really more built just to have really good race potential. And now PFMs with their level 10s rotating around, looking to try and see if they can find an engage. And actually, they do get the portal directly onto Bat Mary and Sir Stiggles. They're going to choose Artanis as the target. Apocalypse coming out. Not going to find anybody in that stun. Let's take a look at these level 10s. We've got Flailing Swipe, Go for the Throat, Polybomb, Apocalypse, and Unleash the Boars for PFM. Meanwhile, for Dread Pirates, we're going to see Shadow Stalk along with the Mighty Gust, Rain of Vengeance, and interestingly enough, it's not going to be Taunt. It's going to be Decimate along with the Suppression Pulse. For a second there, I couldn't remember the better heroic name for the name of the better heroic for Sir Stiggles on that fall stat. I could remember Hinterland's Blast, but not Mighty Gust.
I am on my way, mortals.
A little bit of an exchange here in the top, but nobody finding any kills. PFM looking to maybe rotate down as Dread Pirates grab themselves a camp here in the top lane. Falstad going to rotate down to bot and look to clear out this bottom camp. Meanwhile, fight rate is starting to break out here. PFM does have a 4v5. They're looking to push it. Blind coming out, though, from Bat Mary. Now, stun from Princess. Going to push them back. Meanwhile, it's Bat Mary that actually ends up getting a little bit isolated here, but able to dodge the stun, but still ends up going down. The Lurker trying to find something in this, wading through this team fight, but Xerisk with that completed Q quest, dealing a lot of damage in the middle of all that, and it ends up just being the Artanis going down. A good push coming into the top lane for Dread Pirates. Something that they're going to want to answer to on the side of PFM, but big Flailing Swipe. I'm going to zone out the members of Dread Pirates, but on the backside, they're getting the damage onto Stukov. He's going to go down. Briefly thought he might get away there with the 5 health, but does end up going down. Decimate actually doing a nice job of keeping the members in here. The Lurker able to slow down the retreat, and they get 2 kills for Dread Pirates. Mudge gonna go up and clean this up. Speaking of cleaning up, Dread Pirates and their superior PvE damage. The Lurker even into the fraying Bat Mary there. A couple of bribe stacks thrown out as well. And actually, you know, I take it back from earlier. Sir Stiggles knows what he's doing, man. Those level 1 bribe stacks really just good for increasing the lightning rod damage. So earlier when they had that pretty much dead, he still used that 1 stack. Totally worth. Meanwhile, Immortal goes down, and PFM trying to force. They are going to actually find the kill onto Tyrande, but Medivh's going to go down in exchange. Meanwhile, both sides getting a little bit low here. Sir Stiggles taking a lot of damage, but Derry Brow's in the wrong part of town. He's going to go down. Stukov also a little bit low. Fly over, Gust available, but not finding Stukov, but it's alright. The toss finds Stukov just fine. That's going to be a 3rd member of PFM going down. Meanwhile, Full Shield Immortal starts working on the top, or the bottom keep, and Diablo falling as well. I didn't even see Diablo still stuck in that mess. Dread Pirates. I'm going to force 2 keeps here at the same time. They've got all their damage here. Tyrande is now back as well. Level 16 is going to be coming in with this last push. Immortal heading in towards the core. Does Dread Pirates want to try and take this? They're looking for something. And they're going to start putting damage into the core. It is getting shredded here, ladies and gentlemen. Already down to 60%. And the Gust is going to be good for stall as well. Green of Vengeance trying to stop him from coming in, and that is going to be it. Game 2 and the series going over to Dread Pirates. GG, well played. Great set coming out from Dread Pirates. We'll give you guys a look at these stats, as well as one final look at these talents. Now 46k damage coming in from Slithering One. Again, finding the impressive stats on the stat sheet. That kind of ramping damage from that Q build. Decimate, interesting choice, but seemed to work out pretty well, really hindering the mobility of PFM. I'm not a Garrosh player, so I don't really know how much value that would actually get over, say, the taunt. But seemed to work out well for him, and both heroics do kind of have similar purposes and results. I think might even call that a situational choice, but either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to complete cast number 3. And I was debating whether to do a 4th one. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. But I thank these teams for, of course, playing these matches and providing us with these excellent games to be able to cast. I'm sorry that we couldn't get them all done live, but of course, you know, we only have so many casters, and there's so many games going on these last few weeks with all these flex matches. But we're going to try and tick off as many as we can, because Blizzard is giving us access to the tournament server to be able to cast these replays that were actually disabled in the new patch. So I want to thank Blizzard for giving us access to these replays. We'll try and get as many of these casts out as we can this week, because it's only going to be available until the 25th, so we've got about a week to cast as many of these games as we can. So I labeled this marathon number 1 because we're probably going to do multiple marathons, but you guys will be able to catch all of these VODs on YouTube, as well as in the playlists on the NGS YouTube channel. So go there, subscribe. Feel free to subscribe to my channel as well on YouTube. And don't forget to hit the follow button here, guys. Come back and watch more Heroes of the Storm action. I want to thank everybody who came out and watched and supports the stream always. Slexia for those 69 bits. Thank you very much. And I guess that is it for me tonight, guys. But for the Nexus Gaming Series, I am Jayzon, and we will see you guys next time. Have a good night.